Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear students, hope you are fine. Let's start today's lesson. The content of the lesson are: we are going to read Unit 3. The name of the unit is The Boy Who Served His Tribe, and we are going to read page 24, 25 and 26. And the book is Oxford Reading Circle. We will learn new vocabulary words from the story. Prepare for dictation through word and sentence practice. You will be given a home task. Before moving to the reading of the lesson, I want to ask few questions. What does it mean to help others? I hope you all know. Have you ever helped your family or community? Of course, you must have done that. Why is it important to serve or help others? And do you feel satisfaction by helping others? Let's read the story together. Now, dear students, open your books, page number 24. The Boy Who Served His Tribe. Also keep your pencils in your hand so that you can underline the difficult words. Long, long ago, there was a family of Chippewa tribe who lived in a wigwam in the woods of North America. Now notice North America. It's starting with capital letters because it's a proper noun. Keep these points in mind while you are doing dictation. Mother and father, brothers and sisters were all very happy and contented, for they loved the good things of the earth. Chippewa people were very happy people. They were happy with their limited sources. They loved the sunshine, the forests, the cool springs of water, but they were often cold and hungry. For at this time, the Chippewa people didn't know about growing corn. Instead, they lived only by hunting. So, they were even happy with that because they didn't know at that time about the growing of corn. But still, they were very happy, contented people. And now look at the difficult words: served, helped, contented, satisfied, woods, forest, sunshine, sunlight, cool springs, cool natural water sources. Now, dear students, it's very important that you should notice that the sentences are starting with capital letter, ending with full stops, and there are commas at different places to pause. While you are reading, you have to pause at the commas. And when you are attempting the dictation, you should know where to put the comma. That's very important. Now let's move to the page 25. Now when the boy of this tribe reached the age of 14, it was the custom. Custom means practice. It was their practice for them to go into some lonely place where no one else is there, without food, so that they could be alone for several days and think about the life which they lay ahead of them. The time came for the eldest son of the family to carry out this custom. Now their eldest son was going to follow this custom, this practice, that he was going to the forest and was going to live there for several days. "Come with me, my son," said his father. The two of them walked far into the woods together. There the father built a little wigwam for his son. "You will be here for 7 days without food," he told the boy. "At the end of the time I will return for you and bring you food. While you are here, you should pray to the Great Spirit that he will send you a gift for the whole tribe." Left alone, the little boy sat for a while and thought. What should he pray for during this week's fast? Now his father left him alone in a wigwam because it was their custom. He was going to stay there for 7 days without eating anything. Now his father asked him to pray for anything. Now he was thinking, what should he pray for? Perhaps he should pray that his tribe would win glory in battle so that they should win the battle, or he should pray that his tribe they would get good hunting or be sent great wealth, so that he should pray for good hunting or great wealth. No, he thought, he would ask only that life for his tribe be made in some way a little less hard. He wanted for his tribe that their life should become little easier. And so he began to pray to the Great Spirit. Now you see, the Great Spirit is also starting with the capital letter. Now you see that when you are writing the direct speech for dictation, you are supposed to put it in the inverted commas because it's a direct speech. Someone is the words of someone as it is said. So remember these again. Now look at these lines. "Come with me, my son." You have to put the commas. Now again, you will be here for 7 days without food. That's very important. Now let's underline the difficult words. Now growing means cultivate, hunting means killing, reached means arrived, custom as I told you, it's a practice, and as I told you that it was their custom to stay there. And next is several. Several means a number of, together, jointly, and wigwam, as you know, it is a hut. Let's move to the page number 26. A day passed, and another. The boy continued to pray, and he ate nothing. The days were passing, the boy was not eating anything. By the time the third day came, he was weak from the lack of food. All he could do now was to lie inside his wigwam in a kind of dream. Now he was not feeling well, he was weak, so he was not moving. All at once, the curtains of the wigwam parted, open हो गए curtain, खुल गए, and a young warrior entered. The plumes of his the headdress which he was wearing, was having the feathers. Now you can also see in the picture, were green, and so were his moccasin. Moccasin is a type of shoe, and his cloak, when he spoke cloak, is a type of dress. When he spoke, his voice was like the rush of the wind through the trees. The Great Spirit has heard your prayers. Now, the warrior told the boys that you were praying. Now the Great Spirit has listened, has heard your prayer. The warrior said to the boy, I have come to test your courage. Stand up, trembling a little. The boy stood up. The boy was trembling. You know why? Yes, as you know that he was not eating anything, so he was weak. That's why he trembled and he stood up. Tremble means little bit shaking. Now, wrestle with me, said the stranger. And so the two of them began to wrestle. Wrestle means battle, battle type of a battle. And so the two of them began to wrestle, and they struggled together for a long time in silence. At last the warrior said, "That is enough for today. I'll come back tomorrow." The next evening the curtains of the wigwam parted again, and the warrior was back. Again the boy wrestled with him. Okay, dear students, we stop here. Now, page 26 has shown us that the Great Spirit has accepted his prayer and he sent the warrior. Let's see what the result of the wrestle is going to be, and you will be reading the next pages in the next lecture. Now let's look at the difficult words. Continued means ongoing. Cloak means hood. That's the type of a dress. Warrior is a fighter. Courage means bravery. Wrestle, battle. Struggle means tried. And stranger, you all know it's unknown person. Now boys, again notice that there is a direct speech, the exact words of the person who is saying. These words will be in the commas. Remember when you are attempting the dictation. And the first letter of the sentence is capital and the end of it is full stop. So remember all these things, and the proper nouns will always have the first letter capital. So these are few important points to prepare the dictation. And the one best strategy to prepare the dictation is to read the unit again and again. Read the page at least twice or thrice. Now you have done the reading once here today in this lecture. Now again read this. Now let's do an activity. It's spelling learning activity. Let's see that are you active enough or not? So the first word is served. Now spell it with me. S-E-R-V-E-D, served. Second word is contented. C-O-N-T-E-N-T-E-D. Third word is woods. Spell it also. And the fourth word is sunshine. Next word is cool springs. Growing. G-R-O-W-I-N-G, growing. Now you will spell each word at least 3 or 4 times. Hunting. Reached. Custom. Struggle. Stranger. Continued. Cloak. Warrior. W-A-R-R-I-O-R. Courage. Wrestle. Now the spelling learning will help you to attempt the dictation in a best way. When you will be dictating a paragraph, you will be getting the full marks because you have learned all the spellings of difficult words. So don't waste the time and repeat all these difficult words again and again for the best result in dictation tests. Let's do another activity, and it's very interesting. Now I have taken few words from your lesson from the pages which you have read today, and the few words have been taken from them, but all these words are not having the correct spellings. Now you have to find the word that what is the first word. Take your time. Yes, yes, it's a tribe. And the second word, take your time and tell the answer. Yes, it's wigwam. Now the next word is, look at the word. Yes. What is the mistake in it? Several. So now the next word is wealth. Now look at number 5. Courage. And most of the time you make these type of mistakes, that you leave the last letter or you don't write the silent letter as in Russell, and you put through T in through. That's your common mistakes and entered. Now you have to learn the spellings of all these words. This will help you to prepare the dictation in a proper way. Okay students, let's have a quick recap. Today we have read the 3 pages and you have also gone through the spellings of difficult words, and you have also come to know about the punctuation marks, that they are very important to put. So when you are reading again this unit, keep it in mind that you will also focus on the full stops, capital letters, commas, inverted commas. Keep them in mind. And your home task is that attempt the dictation test of page 24 in your notebooks. Check your spelling mistakes and correct them. Then your home task will be checked in the class also.